Zaidy Boy, not there. Not there. Yo, Zaidy Boy going down here. Do, do, do. The dreaded pass more fucking pass, assholes. Yo, Hillman. Pendejo de su madres. You know why I showed up there, right? Because Alycia Huang was too good for you fucking pendejo de su madres. So things happen in threes. My wife's a Christian. All right, so deal with it. Things happen in threes. I'm a Muslim. We got the same deal. All right, so this is Passmore and Tapscott, I believe. Some goddamn thing like this. And guys, just because, not militia, but Alycia, you fucking people at Hillman, yo, I'm headed down there right now. Don't worry about this thing. Just because you fucking people, yeah, I'm riding a bike. Don't worry. I don't got like some sci-fi, like goddamn spaceship man helping me out here. Alycia, I hope you're doing good. Listen, warrior, samurai princess, if you get this, of course I'm married, and of course I'm 18 years into it, and of course you're awesome. And I want to talk to you about this a bit later on. But as far as Hillman goes, guys, unfortunately, I'm going to have to throw Scott right under the bus. I, Zaidy Boy, aka Irrational Muslim, on this, it would appear the morning of the 18th of August. Yo, I gotta go see my parole officer, rather probation officer, later today. All right, guys. I'm sorry. The only mistake Alycia made was that she did not check my. And of course, I know it takes too long, but and it's not on her either. You guys have this question on your website. When I applied for forklift operator slash machine picker, whatever the fuck it is, order picker. Yo, this cool shit that I was doing with Dwayne for like a week, eh? Trained by this amazing guy, Amar. Amar is probably gonna quit soon too, God willing, because that's what happens, guys. Organizations are made up of people. There's nothing but people. People is everything. I refer you to the book by ex CEO and now chairman of the board of Alphabet Corp. Yo, How Google Works. Eric Schmidt wrote this book with one of his VPs. Yo, these fucking people are just like Apple. They're just like comparing Apple or Google to another fucking company. Although I've got to say, I don't like Google right now, and I don't like Apple. In fact, being the diligent and studious researcher and fact finder, whatever the fuck you want to say, truth seeker that I am, I'll refer you to a book about Apple. Google, like you're never gonna believe that they're evil, right? They're democratic. Do you understand? Alphabet Corporation. Yo, I don't want to get too close to this goddamn building, eh? I got a call from a TPS officer. He's like, yo, this is Constable Yadi Ya calling from Wadiwa. Yeah, yeah, why did you crash into me on camera, asshole? Just crash into me. Why the fuck don't you slow down, you fucking people? Look at my car. It's shit, by the way. When you should be speeding up, you slow down. When you should be slowing down, you speed up. Because I'm on a bike. You can just ride right into me. I'm filming you. You're shit. You're going on YouTube. Just say what you like. You're shit. There's no way to change that after 40 years. You're teaching your kids how to be a dick right now. Don't teach them how to get punched in the fucking face. You know? I know you're shit. And your car is shit. And your life is shit. And everything out of your mouth is shit. Fucking asshole. It's the truth. Like these fucking people, even people in a Tesla, yeah, when they should be slowing down, they speed up. Right? I've been hit twice and had my shoulder dislocated by fucking pendejo de su madres on goddamn in boxes. Right? So fuck you guys. I almost lost my lunch over this thing. Tomorrow's lunch. Guys, so yo, I'm across the road. I got a call saying I can't go there. I don't want to go there. I just want to tie up a couple of loose ends. Guys, okay, so I'm not there. I got a call from the TPS saying don't go there. I'm not going there. I have no business with these fucking guys. What is this? Hillman Group, right? I mean, this is a Chromebook again. I have a new iPhone, and I think you can zoom in on that. Like, I've been an Android guy for the last 10 years, right? But I did get, I've had a couple of iPhones in between, and You know what? Go through phones like people go through like shirts or something like this, fucking t-shirts or some fucking thing. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I just got my iPhone and it's already smashed, by the way. So okay, so Hillman Group. Now, in the book by Eric Schmidt, How Google Works, I refer you to this. I encourage you to go to Scribd, scribe with a D. Okay, it's for it started out being for like PDFs and online, like I think kids at college were using it for research papers. Scribd, scribe with a D, is like literally one of these things where it's like the dark secret that it I don't understand why the fuck no one knows about it. The dark secret that Audible doesn't want you to know about. Yo, I've been on Audible too, and I signed up and I paid $40 or some bullshit for a fucking book or some crap like this. I don't know. It was less than optimal, the experience. Let's just put it that way. Scribd, scribe with a D, $12 a month, unlimited audiobooks. You can stream them on your phone. They don't even chew up much data. I got like over 500, like 300 at last count, and this was years ago, a couple of years ago. I'm assuming like 500 books on my goddamn playlist. You're gonna be like these guys on Netflix. Listen, Netflix is just fine. If you can't find something good to watch on Netflix, that's on you. It's not on the fucking platform. Just on that note, there's a Chrome browser extension called Browse Better, and there are extensions. Most of the movies on Netflix are hidden out of sight, out of mind. I'm trying to keep this Hillman Group logo in the frame, of course. Guys, better browse. Like, there's all kinds of categories that you can search on. Yo, like the whole, like it's the same with Google, it's the same with Facebook, it's the same with everything online and offline. People always invariably 99% of people choose the path of least resistance. The 1% is the 1%, whatever the fuck they are. Like, as far as this guy's concerned, I'm a Shia Muslim. Like, we know and you know, because I'm going to tell you, the world is not ruled by the wealthy but by people of knowledge. It only appears that the wealthy and the powerful, all this kind of shit, like George W. Bush, like, what are you going to say about this guy? Like, I mean, people with knowledge put this guy in place. Let's just say this and just leave it at that. Guys, so in this book, How Google Works, it's like at Apple. They have like different categories of people. Like they got a knight, for example, and they got a diva at Apple. And there's all kinds of interesting things and formulations they come up with. You know, for HR, for example, yo, if you have, and they did this with me. Like Alycia, like emailed me after these guys fired me after I scared someone there, and I don't even know what the fuck who I scared or what I said. Frankly, I showed up. I'm diagnosed bipolar. I didn't tell you guys this. On your website, it says, "Have you got a criminal record?" Rather, it says, "This is what it says," and I answered it truthfully. It says, "Have you got a, what is this goddamn thing? Have you got a conviction for which a pardon has not been granted?" And the answer is no, because I haven't had a pardon. Like, I'm 47 years old. Like a couple of years ago, my wife kicked me out of the house, and weed induces a bipolar state in me. I don't know how to explain this to you. And I've been struggling with it for years, okay? I don't do drugs. I don't do drugs, right? I hate drugs. I hate, well, I shouldn't say I hate weed. I can't because it's natural, but drugs are definitely shit. Like Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his family said, there is a room with every evil imaginable in it: horror, darkness, evil, blackness, bad, 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 hell, hell, death, death, all of this kind of thing. The key to the lock on the door of that room is either lying or intoxicants. Take your pick. Take your pick and tell me I'm wrong on this one, guys. So, in the book by Eric Schmidt, How Google Works, this is what they say. It's very cool. Like, there's another book out there. It's something like Throwing Rocks at the Google Bus. Yo, because, I mean, I say nowadays on my YouTube videos and in general, like, Google is evil. They're not the way they used to be. There's reasons for this, and as far as I'm concerned, the main reason is both Google. Well, Google more or less. Uh, they fucked Steve Jobs over, right? They ripped him off. Steve Jobs, the late and great, rest in peace. Okay, the demigod among tech people slash startup fucking CEOs slash whatever the fuck you want to call it. The only person since then who can even stand in the same, like you can like as far as I'm concerned, like in that category of tech and innovation and like fuck 'em and duck 'em and like no fucking holds bars, no holds bar. Anyway, like it's Elon Musk. I might as well tell you, Hillman. I might as well tell you. I might as well give you my Steve and Elon lecture. Anyway, like Larry Page and Sergey Brin at Google, they fucked this guy over. Steve Jobs, right? Late and great, rest in peace. How? It should be obvious. He was a mentor and a godfather to these kids. He's the reason Google is Google. Nobody knows this fucking thing. So now you know, right? He mentored these fucking guys. I worked at Oracle Corporation. Larry Ellison, currently still the longest standing CEO of Silicon Valley. It's like nigh on 60 years. This guy is something else. You think I'm something else? I'm nothing. I'm fucking nothing. Like, anyway, these guys, Steve Jobs and Larry Ellison, were neighbors. Neighbors. Steve Jobs, rest in peace, bought a peacock to impress a girlfriend. Some bullshit like this. This seems improbable, if not impossible. This is all facts. Larry Ellison of Oracle, who at one point was the richest guy in the world when, I think it was early 90s, Oracle Corporation shares, yo, kind of peaked or overtook Microsoft, let's say. So for some time, months, days, I don't know, like it doesn't fucking matter. He gets that check. He was the richest man in the world at one point, right? So now, guys, this fucking peacock of Steve Jobs's, this goddamn thing wanders onto Larry Ellison's lawn. Larry Ellison is in his fucking living room or some goddamn thing. He's like, what the fuck is that out there? It's like a peacock, of course, and it's like he's an exceptional man. He notices things, right? He's like, God damn it. He goes out there and then barefoot Steve Jobs, barefoot. This guy, like, listen, like I'm talking like I was there and I seen it. I just like, please understand that some of these details, like the barefoot thing, I'm assuming like he was he was a fucking hippie, right? He dropped out of school, this kind of bullshit. Like he went and lived on a god. Steve Jobs, late and great, rest in peace. He lived on a hippie commune in Oregon. Mi esposa tiene una hermana allí. My sister has a goddamn, oh shit. My wife has a goddamn sister. Beautiful lady, by the way. Very, very, very holy. She says to my wife one time, I just had a 4-hour banquet with the Lord, as in prayer slash meditation. I was like, give me some of that. Give me some of that. All right. So now Steve Jobs, late and great. Okay. So blah, blah, blah. Larry Ellison sees this peacock. Steve Jobs was a hippie and he literally went to India and walked around barefoot, penniless for 6 months. So he was an extraordinary guy looking for a guru. When Apple went public, IPO'd, okay, he went from broke to worth like 300 million, like overnight. And he made this famous statement, right? Like prior to, well, I don't worry about money and I never have this kind of thing. I've never had enough money. Like I've never had any money. And now I've got so much that it's like, it's a moot point. It's a moot question. Like this is the man right there. And Elon Musk. Okay. So now Steve Jobs. So saying Elon Musk and Steve Jobs in the same breath, this kind of thing, right? And nothing and no one touches Steve Jobs. Like, forget about it. Like, forget about it. Like, Google is shit. Larry Page and Sergey Brin are eating shit right now. You'll be like, oh, they're billionaires. Trust me, they're suffering. Trust me, Eric Schmidt is suffering. Trust me, Rosenberg, who co wrote this book with him, like, fuck Google. Fuck them. Fuck them, right? When Steve Jobs handed over Apple to, like, Tim Cook's an operations guy, supply chain. I don't know what to say about Tim Cook. Tim Cook is the reason that Apple products, including my new iPhone, I would have to say, I'm given to understand, I believe, are made in a company called Foxconn. And of course, because now I own an Apple product, it's like, like this whole thing. Like, how am I going to diss Apple and I'm using it? But the facts are the facts, okay? I needed a phone. Like, I have all kinds of issues with tech. I'm a tech guy and I've got, oh my lord, I bought this phone and they put a SIM card in it, and it's an iPhone 6. I might as well tell you, not all the apps work in it. That's the kind of guy I am. My Chromebook is refurbished. I have a guy who pops these out to me for like 150 bucks, this kind of thing. Uh, uh, Chromebook news, like I bought my first Chromebook was new. You go to Staples, it's like 300 bucks plus tax, or you can click on a Dell ad, or just if you go to Kijiji and type in Chromebook. Anyway, you can go online and find them. They'll run like if you type in Chromebook in Kijiji here in Canada. Kijiji, for those of you who are not Canadian, this is it's like a Canada's biggest classifieds kind of portal. Kijiji, like Kilo, right? India, J for, oh shoot, I forget. Ha ha ha, IJI. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yo, you can buy a Chromebook. I urge you to get a Chromebook. It's gonna 10x your productivity. It's gonna at least 2x your productivity if you're really, really fucked in the head. He said. Yo, Alycia Huang, I'm coming to you. I know it's been 16 minutes. I lose my sense of time when I'm doing these things. Surprise, surprise, right? Good old Hillman Group. And Mr. Wright, if you do watch this thing, I'm sorry. I just seen a picture of yours, sir, but with all due respect, I have to say that I don't know, like Alycia and Amar, Dwayne, and yes, Patrick Hillman, I believe, not Hillman, like this guy, night order picker, fucking manager, like this guy, Dwayne's boss, right? I have to say he's a good guy. Yo, the night they fired me, like, guys, I was commuting at that point. Right now, I live like 10 minutes away, like on bike, right? And the reason I do is because of this job. Like, I moved, like, I'm semi separated with my wife. This has been going on for years, right? I've been struggling with the weed issue for years, like this kind of thing, right? So now, my wife is in Colombia right now, in any case. That's where she's from, Bogotana. No, Bucaramangana, una ciudad cerca de la ciudad de Cartagena en las montañas. Yo, my wife's from a place called Bucaramanga. Yo, just saying this thing, the hackles on the back of your neck is like, doo, doo. Yo, she's like that too, by the way. Her family says that they're Bogotana, from Bogota. I mean, that's where they've been living since they were kids, right? This kind of thing. But like originally, her dad's family is from Bucaramanga. Now, I'm hoping I got your interest, guys. And I do these videos, and the reason I don't have like I got if you go to my original Zaidy Boy channel, Zaidiboy, just Google me. You'll see my LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook with like over 4,000 friends, none of whom I give a shit about really. Um, yeah, maybe like literally a handful of those people I give a fuck about, frankly. Like, I'm a digital marketer. I just wanted to crack that code. Like, anyway, so guys, original Zaidy Boy channel. I did lose my lunch. You see, that's what happened. It just fell over right now. Anyway, uh, and when I say lunch, I guess I mean breakfast. I mean, I get up like maybe 9, 10 o'clock, guys. I'll jog for a bit after exercising for a bit, after praying for a bit, this kind of thing. Sometimes well, nowadays my wife's in Bogota, and I told her I'm going to write her a poem every day, right? So this takes some time too, and I like to essentially start my day with this thing because I told her what I'm doing and she loves it. I just plan out my day and tell her everything that's on my mind and tell her what I've got on my mind. And I urge you to read every day and write every day and exercise every day and pray/meditate every day. I urge you to do these things. If you can't meditate, you do need solitude. You need to figure out a way to be by yourself sometime, somewhere, somehow, regularly. So, guys, Google, according to this book, how Google works, on that Zaidy Boy channel, youtube.com/Zaidy Boy. If you Google me, if you Google Zaidiboy, um, guys, this is what they say. This is when I was writing up. This is very important. This is why I've spent all this time talking about this. I don't give a shit about like this stuff. I'm so happy that you guys. Alicia's the bomb. Alicia's the fucking bomb. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, yo, I have to just say that like it's what Imam Ali, peace be upon him, said. The best experience is that which you learn from. Right? You guys for a week of work have paid me. You paid me like $1,300+ that came into my bank account. I don't know if this was like severance pay or some kind of keep this fucking guy happy pay. And I'd say to Alycia, I'm like, yo, I don't extort you fucking people. Like, this is too much money, this kind of thing. She didn't like, I don't know. I wasn't reading her emails. I told her this as well. I don't have time. Like, sometimes I know it's not the email I want to hear or read, or it's not the voicemail I want to hear. I'll just ignore it. I'll just pretend like it didn't come in there. And then I'll just wait for the next interaction with that person. I don't know if this is a smart thing or not, but this is what I do, right? So now, because of Alycia, I was saying at the beginning of this fucking 20-minute rant now, 21 minutes, guys, I really was thinking, and I told her this, that I do want to know who I said what to. This thing was not made clear to me. How am I going to self correct? Like, I came in and I hadn't slept. I'd been commuting for a week. I was commuting more than 2 hours each way, guys. So it's a 4 or 5 hour commute. I was thinking, oh, I'll sleep in the bus, all this bullshit. I was living in the Humber Valley next to Humber College, right? So you take one bus, you go to goddamn Finch West, then you go to Finch East, then you come here. It's like three buses, something like this. It was crazy. I can't even remember it. It seems like the distant past. But guys, after a week of this, I just like slipped off the edge, right? I mean, I was trying to explain this to Dwayne, and he's such a nice, patient guy. And if it wasn't for this goddamn rat who basically, I know who it is, I believe. Like someone, again, my life story, someone pretends to be your friend, and then they basically throw you under the bus, right? So I wanted to know who this fucking guy was, or at least confirm it to myself. And I told Alycia that via email or some fucking thing, voicemail or text, yo, I'm like, I mean, this is very cool and blah, 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 but I am very pissed off. And because I worked exceedingly well. I'm a great worker. I'm a competent person. Um, as I work, I'm making notes. And what you guys would have got out of this thing is some more or less Fortune 500 level documentation of what the fuck is going on in terms of at least the process and the technology. The problem is always people. Like there's these three things: people, process, technology. Just forget about technology and process. It's always people. Like people are everything. You can have the best process, but the wrong people, it's not going to work. You can have the best technology, the wrong people, it's not going to work. And this brings me nicely back to yo. So I was thinking of this, okay, like filing something with HR Canada just to see how that process goes, just for my own edification. Right? I didn't expect anything to come out of it, and if they had like Imam Ali also said this, by the way. Like, you want to know what the real Islam is? He said the if you are able to overcome your enemy, the uh, like you should let the guy go in gratitude for having been able to overcome him. This kind of thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, so if I'd gone to HR Canada and they said yes, you have a case, or so, I don't know how the fuck that works. I don't know what it is. I just wanted to get information, as in who the fuck did I say what to exactly, and let's sit down with my lawyer or something like this and then have a talk about what the fuck is going on. Like, I just want to understand, like, because Dwayne saw that I was out of it and I explained it to him, and he's such a great guy. Dwayne, I told him like I haven't slept in days properly. I'm on my fifth wind, and like, but and I told him, and he saw, and he's a great fucking guy. At one point, I said, "Well, Dwayne is doing Patrick's work. I'm going to correct this thing. I'm going to say Patrick's a good guy. Uh, I have no problem with Patrick or Dwayne. I have no problem with these guys. Okay. Mr. Ride, you're going to lose people like Alycia. You're going to lose A players like Amar. And the reason might be, sir, would be the way I see it. I'm sorry. You need to look up this guy at Chipotle, for instance, the CEO of Chipotle. This fucking guy gets up at 5 in the morning, okay, and he's like running like laps and this kind of bullshit. He's like triathlon level kind of fucking athlete, and then he runs this company that I don't know if they're Fortune 500 or what, but they're eating Quiznos lunch, who are eating Subway's lunch, and all of them are eating McDonald's lunch, but everybody wants sugar and stupid fucking junk food, and so McDonald's wins. Fuck, did somebody say fuck Donald's? Fuck Donald's and star fucks, eh? Anyway, guys, it's not funny. I know. I mean, I'm wasting a lot of valuable corporate time here, right? Mr. Wright, I got to say this to you. I'm sorry to say that 99% of CEOs, in my humble estimation, are total shit, right? I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like, in order to be a CEO, every area of your life must be impeccable, this kind of thing. Or you must act, you can't be this guy that goes off and then snorts coke on the weekends, or this guy that goes off and gets drunk on the weekends. No, you, like, this is what I'm like. You may say, well, getting drunk is legal and there's nothing wrong with it, and you're a Muslim and you're giving me this shit. Okay, let's just leave it at the coke then. And let's just say this, that if you live an exemplary life, then you deserve to be a CEO, is where I'm going. If ideally, like, I'm not this guy either. This is why I'm a consultant, and I'm saying these things because it's very hard to do, of course. To manage your own life and your own affairs, that's the reason I got into sales. Because every other career path, you want to become a manager and director and VP in this total bullshit trajectory that ends you up like basically stressed out, and like my ex boss at Computer Associates, like heart attack under the age of 40. This kind of bullshit. But in sales, um, you can make as much money and wield as much influence, if not more, than executives at that fucking company, right? Anyway, guys, I know I'm taking a lot of time. I'm going to try and wrap this up very quickly. Thank you, Alycia. You're amazing. She's amazing. I could just go on and on about how amazing she is. I am not in love with this girl. Okay, I'm 18 years into a marriage with my wife. Like, if you go to Zaidy Boy, there's a whole playlist like of my wife and her dog. And then there's another one, Colombiana playlist. Zaidy Boy, Zaidiboy. So Alycia, like, I put a, like, I think it was a pink heart with some ribbons in one of my notes. Please don't take this the wrong way, and I know you don't. You're a samurai and you're a warrior, and I'm so happy you're leaving this place, because I feel that I came here to nudge you out of there, and I sent you these emails on getting a job and all this kind of stuff. Um, I'm going to send this thing again. My intention is to upload this thing and send it to you guys, info at, and just various stuff. I'm a marketer. I just do shit and just throw it on the wall or wherever, right? And it's like, I don't really give a hoot either. I've been to jail over stuff like this, literally. Like, I go to Union Station and I'll sing this song by the thrash band from the 80s, Overkill. In Union we stand as they blitz across the land. In Union we make our final stand. Anyway, Overkill, in Union we stand. And I've been taken out of there in cuffs singing this fucking thing, right? Because security shows up and they're like, this fucking guy. And it's like, it's on, right? All right, so I got to go. So here's what I'm going to leave you with, Mr. Wright and Hillman. People are everything. People are everything. You know this, of course. At Google, he says in this book, we don't know, we have a bus, empty bus, and we just fill it with people. We don't know where the bus is going. We may not have gas. We don't have a fucking map. We don't have a fucking clue. But we know that if we get the right people, If we get the right people on the bus, everything will take care of itself. Thank you for watching. I don't know who else is going to watch this. Shoot me a comment. I like likes and dislikes. I don't care about subscribes. Blah, blah, blah. Yada, yada. Call your mom. Be nice. Don't be a fucking idiot. The usual.